Now coming over to the ternary operator, well, this is the syntax of the ternary operator, whereby just like any other operators, the ternary operator is also composed of symbols, which in this case is the question mark symbol and the colon symbol. And this ternary operator is considered to be a shorthand format for the if-else control structure. So what happened here is that the first expression, which is just before the question mark symbol, is evaluated, and this expression should always return in terms of true and false. Now if this particular expression evaluates to true, then in that case the expression which is just after the question mark symbol is evaluated, and if this particular expression evaluates to false, then in that case the last expression, that is the expression after the colon symbol, is evaluated. Let us now look at the flowchart for the ternary operator. Looking at this flowchart for the ternary operator, you can find that the variable to which the value is to be assigned is always on the left hand side of the expression, and this is what our compiler expects. After that, we have a first expression, and if this particular expression evaluates to true, then the expression 2 is considered and it's evaluated, and the result for this expression goes on to be assigned to this particular variable. And if this expression evaluates to false, then expression 3 is evaluated and the result for this expression goes on and gets assigned to this variable. Now that we know what ternary operators is, and we have even looked at the flowchart of the ternary operator, let us now try to make use of the ternary operator in our program. Now this is a very simple program which shows the usage of our ternary operator. In this program, what I'm doing is I'm printing a message to the user saying press 1 for true and any other integer for false, and for whatever input provided by the user, I'm making use of the cin instance and storing it into the choice variable, which is declared as an integer data type. Then I have declared another variable by the name result, which is of boolean data type, and then in this particular statement I am making use of the ternary operator, whereby I am checking if choice is equal to 1, and if this particular expression evaluates to true, then the true boolean value gets over and gets stored into our result, and if this particular statement evaluates to false, then the false boolean value gets stored into our result variable. Then I am printing the value for the result by making use of the cout statement, and then again in this next statement I am making use of the ternary operator again, and I am seeing if the result is equal to 1. I'm checking if the value for the result is actually true, since true is denoted as 1 and false is denoted as 0. So if the value held by result is 1, then we get a message on our output screen saying true, and if the result is not equal to 1, then we get a message saying false. Let us now go ahead and execute this program, but before that let me enter the input. As you can see, I have provided an input of 1, and on executing this program we'll see that this is the output that we get. Since on the request of an input we provided the input to be as 1, so our choice was 1. And on evaluation of this particular statement, since our choice was 1, this particular condition evaluated to true, and the first expression was considered, and because of which the boolean value true went on to get stored into our result variable. And then by making use of the cout statement, we displayed the value for the result in our output screen, and this is why we get 1, since 1 is true. Then again, in this particular statement, we made use of the ternary operator, but in this case we are checking if the value held by the result is equal to 1, and since the value held by result is 1, the first statement after the expression is evaluated, and that's the reason why we are getting true in our output screen. Now that we know what ternary operator are and how to make use of it in a program, from next video onwards we will learn how to make use of control structures and give our program the ability to make decision on its own. That's all for this video. Thank you people, and keep coding.